Brother Malik Canty, how you doing?
I'm fine, Minister Brown. And how are you today?
Marvelous and wonderful. Uh, you know, we do all kinds of poetry, the spoken word. But let me say this to all of our brothers and sisters who are tuning in. This is the great poet Malik Canty. Malik has three books. Um, Malik, you got your books with you so you can hold them up and let us know which one you're going to read from tonight.
Well, this book here is called Words from the River, too. Can you see it clearly?
Yeah, put it over a little more to you. Yeah, that's it.
Okay. Words from the River 2. I'll be reading from some of the pieces out of here. And from Tears from My Ancestors, Volume 1. I'll be reading from here. I have 5 books, but these are the only 2 that I'm going to be reading from tonight. And hope to fill you with some delight, word style. But and
Okay.
actually, Mr. Brown,
Yes, sir.
before we do whatever we do, I need to do this piece that I tell you that you was the inspiration for, so that they get to know what I know about you, called Men Like You, if that's okay with you.
Oh man, please. I'm kind of gotten old in my old age and gotten a little vain. So yeah, I'd love to hear something somebody done wrote about me.
Well, here you go, my brother. Men like you. My brother, it is men like you who keep our people with determination and dignity. Men like you who put in long, tiring hours, day in and day out, who seek no fame but only want to see real change. They are afraid of you. You who speak your mind and know the difference between right and wrong. You who will not compromise your belief or betray a people. When they see you, they recoil in fear that you, who worship Malcolm in public, will reach out and touch someone who has not been lulled to sleep by their deceit. They are afraid of you because traces of ancestral greatness flows out of you, and that scares some folks. Your presence makes them ill at ease, and they are pleased when you leave. They are afraid of the power of your words, the depths of your wisdom, and your ability to see right through all their tricks and deception. Your love for the people makes them uncomfortable, and they are glad when you leave. They make you appear sometimes as the enemy to some of your own people. Make you appear racist and self-serving because you show more love to the people and no love to them. They are afraid, so afraid in you. For in you there are keys to set the mind free. In you there is hope for future generations to awaken from preset conditions that have been hindering their growth. Keep on flame throwing your thoughts and ideas, for you are one of our unsung heroes. Many look up to you. Many are afraid of the words that come out of you. Many see the shadow of greatness all around you. The ancestors walk with you. Mercy and grace walks with you. And the spirit of warriors can be felt in your every step. Men like you are needed in places where wrong has gotten strong, where people need a voice and someone to represent strength, and a plan that includes everyone's growth and everyone's hope. Men like you are what legends are made of.
Wow, man, thank you. I can't. Wow, it makes all of the sacrifice so great, so worthwhile. Um, but it's been such a blessed journey. Most of my time has been spent in almost sheer bliss, just being able to travel with our great historians like Dr. Ben and Clark and Asa Hilliard and just hundreds of other brothers, Dr. Jeffries and Smalls and Alton Maddox and Reverend Daughtry. I mean, I could just name people, but it has all been bliss.
But when they're mentoring names, your name's going there too.
No, but I mean, even when I've been beat and taken to jail, and, it's all been a pleasure
The trials
because,
of the warrior. You know,
yeah.
our trials don't come with an expiration date.
Thank you, man. I really appreciate it.
I
One
appreciate you, brother.
one of the things I wanted to do was to read from this book. Where is it? I hope you can see it.
Yeah, I
It's
can see it.
it's Poems of Soul, Life, Love, and Protest.
Mm,
This was written back in the 70s. This book was, and people see us as warriors and all of that, but sometimes they forget that we we're also great lovers of
indeed,
our people, and particularly to our wives and our significant others.
indeed.
Other and I used to write poetry to my wife and to my friends. And tonight I thought I would read from this book, in which there are poems of love and appreciation of friends who you traveled this journey with. The first one I want to talk about is Soul Flower. And birds do sing, singing like harps and flutes, but only hearts beating of soul can taste their fruits. The flower, love, is a bud of soul. Sweeter pollen grows the soul, and it's sweeter in time, like the grape so wine. And birds do sing, singing like harps and flutes, but only hearts beating of soul can taste their fruit. Flower of soul, jewels are her lips, kissing the passion flower of hollow nights. Men beat and kill for woman's hearts, but her soul few men take, still yet fewer men know. Woman's pleasure is in the art of man's understanding and man's killing of her heart. And it is true what they say about Blue. Little boy Blue, come blow your horn. She is sweeter than bees sucking nectar from the honeycomb. Love is more than courtship that ends with I do. Agreements dying like morning dew. Love is more than living in comfortable dwellings, growing old, existing, touching, but not together. Love is more than this and that. Yet, love is all of these, but definitions reducing the feeling to a dot reduces the universe to an answer. Love, a billion things in a billion places, quiet, still, stormy as the rolling tide, perplexed yet simple as I love you. To my wife.
Peace. My shade. Love is such a powerful emotion.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Wow. It's funny that you started off with that one, and because it has such a wide web, this love thing. You know, like this. I read a book called um, The Art of Love, and had all the different variations of love in there. And here's a, like you said, we're more than just black men who are woke and angry about some of the things that's going on, but we also loving men, and that love element is locked in us. So, being that we're on the love theme for this evening, here's a piece about your waters. When I think of my mate, I wrote this because of her waters, and I called it Your Waters. They would like to control the waters inside you because they are afraid of that tsunami in you. Your waters have power that are unknown to you. Your waters have to be shifted because you are the gifted. You are the talented, the soother, and the pain remover. Your waters are sensual and erotic, filled with hypnotic waves of pleasure that gushes with ecstasy and fantasy. Swimming in them does the mind and body good. Your waters moisten the heart and other parts, while filling the soul with ripples that drench and quench love's thirst. Being immersed in your waters can lead to captivity and surrendering of time and mind. Your waters have powers that are unknown to you. Felt some of the moisture from your touch, from your grip, and from your sensuous lips. Felt some of that power from that love making when the earth is not the only thing shaking. Wet, wet, wet. I love coming to your waters when I'm upset.
Wow. Thank you. This one is to my wife. I love her in the air I breathe, with the vigor of a hungry mouth, pressing against the comb of honey that she gives. And I love her with flower tenderness, blossoming the morning, with whispers of passion in romantic heat. And I love her. Discovery of each other. Well, after 8 years, I'd been married for 8 years when I wrote.
Mm,
Uh, the discovery of each other would, after 8 years, it seems, be less. Yet intensity it grows as love being and young, enduring freshness. It is more, it is not enough to simply match, compare wines and the sweetness of femininity with you. Too much in undercurrents of love's flame burns another world where wine is wine and wine is wine, but the universe brings us together. And the femininity of you is you. Not
mm.
enough is said of our shared years, the clinching to be, the years now you and me. We were young, you 18 and I 21, having babies, facing life with stones of bread, and only strength that we gave you, you gave me, and I gave you to be at last man and woman, mother, father, husband, wife, and find therein our cosmic being. Truly, you are my queen, my love, and the mother of my children. Strength is yours, and we can only live together as we grow deeper in each other.
Wow, wow. That's see that's when you put love in that box of forevermore that we could dial up those that's see that I those that's a powerful testimony and on speaking of testimony on behalf of black men I would like to read this apology to black women and it's called the apology. I'm sorry, black woman, for not being your king in times of need. Sorry for running away from my responsibilities when you needed me most. I know I have taken flight instead of standing and fighting for the preservation of my family. This society has always treated me like damaged goods. I didn't need you to see or treat me that way too. I am sorry, black woman, for the countless tears I heaped upon you. I'm sorry, black woman, for the cheating and mistreatment and the non communications of my fears. I know that you have carried the burden on your firm yet gentle shoulder of raising our children by yourself with very little help from me. I am sorry for being afraid of commitment. I'm sorry for making myself believe that you can fulfill all my needs when even I can't. I am sorry. So I apologize to you for not being able to handle the residue of slavery, the 35th Amendment, the stripping of my soul by those who still seek to break me. I apologize for not trusting anyone, not confiding in anyone, not truly loving anyone, including myself. I am sorry that somewhere along the line, I forgot to treasure you. You have always been a rock, no matter how much others have tried to wear you out or tear you down. I am sorry that the only legacy I left behind in our relationship was tears. I am sorry it took me so long to realize that fighting with you is more productive than fighting against you. Please accept this apology from a black man who has finally gotten in touch with his true feelings and made his apology clear up a myth that men don't care about. Shh.
Hmm. Hmm. Wow. I like that.
Thank
Uh,
you, brother.
it's, it's wonderful. This is kind of a poem to some of the brothers I grew up with when I was down south in them cotton fields. I was born on a farm, and all of my cousins, as a matter of fact, this my mother had 8 sisters and a brother, and during the summertime, all of the children would have to come to the farm, and we helped each other. I mean, we cleared the land, cut the trees down. We used to we had this great big saw out in the backyard under a shed, and we would cut the trees down, and then we would make from the trees planks, um, and we built our houses. And I'm just looking back at those days. We made molasses, and we had hog killing time, all of that kind of stuff. I mean, that was my early life. And so I wrote this poem. It's called Cactus Flower for Robert, James, Dallas, Frankie, and Bubba. These were my friends when I left the farm, actually, and came to New York, not New York, but Kannapolis, North Carolina.
Mm.
Wondering eyes of boyhood, staring beyond slopes of cotton fields, and fields and fields and fields. Tall pines and big oaks, fingering painting landscapes that edge my world. I wish for wings to fly like birds fly, past the hills where sky and earth would meet. Like lovers, I would watch the sunrise and the sunset. There were cities big and tall, a world to see, a world to see, my wish to see it all. Bumping frogs on lily pads I watched,
Mm.
bumping the answers in the knee-deep ponds, and I popped morning glories to the whim of wind, with whistling secrets of nature and the secrets of cactus flowers, wondering eyes of boyhood, where freedom is as children are, expressed in the fulfillment of play and laughter for the uninhibited moment of self expression. I look back to games and unrepeated incidents that path the winding road in darkness that carved the I am today. To those years when questions were satisfied in fantasy and cactus flowers were yet to reveal the core of human misery, thorns hidden in beauty. Oh, the rose of desert sand. I drink the red wine, but the sweetness of life is the oasis of childhood. Souls where honeycombs finds friendship enough to fill the day. What are those years, Robert, James, and Dallas? What did we do, Frankie? when we split the grudging hair, and Bubba, Bobby, and Grover? How much did we give ourselves? What part of you became me and I you? While we discuss the gall that separated us, of growing up, worlds, racism, hate, pain, frustration, we found the beauty of a cactus flower, but it had thorns. We laughed, resisted, and at last we found a way to eat the desert rose. We became conscious and grew up.
Mm, mm, mm.
Yeah,
Conscious and grew up.
yeah.
Wow, wow.
So,
So on that note, I like I said, love is such the most to me it's one of the most powerful emotions. And with hate always trying to give it a run for its money, but love always overcome it. So here's a piece that I call Ancient Love.
ah,
And because their love towards each other made Cupid smile. His arrows was not wasted on these two, because their love for each other was true. They were both cut from the same cloth, a cloth that was woven with heaven's approval, a cloth made of special fibers that enhanced and gave love a chance to flourish, while many others had wilted and perished. The cuts were made from hands that had antiquity written all over them, put together for a divine reason. Same cloth made to last, same cloth for each other, in love with each other, and committed to one another. Same cloth. My eyes always see you. My ears always hear you. And my soul is entwined with yours. Same cloth. My mirrors, your mirrors, reflect love at its best. Same cloth. Joyful moments, loving moments. Same cloth. You and I, blessed, motivated, stimulated, same thoughts, same inspiration, same emotion, and devotions to God, to the uplifting of people, same cloth. Malcolm and Maya, Jesus and life, black people and antiquity, same cloth, divinely woven. You will know from their glow, scattered seeds of antiquity. The blood is calling for you to become whole. Same cloth. Only a few, only a few can measure up and keep up with the demands of love on the heart. We can, we have, and we understand that our love is special. Same cloth.
thank you. Thank you. I went to Washington to see Dr. King um, during the first march. Uh, oh, I can't remember. I can't remember what year it was. I think I had just graduated from high school. But afterwards, I wrote this song, this poem. So I would love, dedicated to Dr. King. So I will love in many, many pastures, and let many, many spears pierce my heart. My heart will bleed love, love to heal the wounds that keep men apart. I will dip in those lakes that run full of the human spirit, the human desire, desiring to understand what keeps man apart and what will heal man. For whatever one man is, all men are. Men exchange blood, limbs, organs, and in their ideas, their mind. So I will love, but I will not be non-violent, nor less than a man.
Mm, mm,
So I don't know how I don't know. Sometimes it seems that every now and then I go out and do my art. I'm an artist. I do a lot of used to do a lot of painting, a lot of sculpture. And when things got really difficult, uh, stress and so forth, I find myself a place where I could paint,
Mm.
do sculpture, and just drain all the frustrations into my art. Uh, so this is what kind of kept me through over the years, um, is poetry and art, even though I was a history major in college. Uh, but Malik,
Yes, sir.
you read a poem the other day that was just fantastic. I don't know if you want to close out with that tonight, if you want to save it for another time. But
You know what I would like to close out with, Mr. Brown? I would like to close out with um, I was walking in the street, and I passed this shelter, and I saw all of these brothers out there, because at 9 o'clock or 10 o'clock, I think they dismissed them. You know, they sent them all out in the street. So I wrote this piece called "Where Has All the Greatness Gone?" because of that viewing, which was so troubling to my soul and my spirit. And so I would like to close us out with that thought: Where has all the greatness gone? The homeless is not you, black man. The confused, the scared, the thug, the three-fifth of man they try to create. None of them are the true you. Black man, black king, you were the ruler of everything. Where has all the greatness gone? Is it being suppressed, oppressed, made to lie in wait, or a victim of a diabolical plot to keep you stagnant, unsure of your abilities, and no faith in your God? Slavery hurt you greatly. Drugs, unemployment have been affecting you lately. Where has all your stamina gone? Have you forgotten just how strong you are? Or have they weakened you so much that you have given up? A hollow man is what you have been, always searching, always hurting, never really certain if you're going in the right direction. Where has all the greatness gone? Seeing many of you in your current state explains many of the problems that fall upon our race. Black man, it's time for you to rise and find a solution to stop the pollution of your natural strength, natural gifts. Time to stop pretending and not worrying about offending those who secretly try to keep you down. You who named the stars and walked on this planet first, where has all your greatness gone? Your footsteps are not being followed by your children. Your sons seek to rise above you and not respect you. Your mate constantly puts pressure on you. Society is always testing you. The streets are always challenging you. So many of you are unaware of your true history. So many of you don't know or refuse to believe that you are the descendants of the first man, the first fruit that our Creator made in His image. Slavery survivors, inventors, mathematicians, gifted builders. When the world was new, there was nothing you couldn't do. Where has all the greatness gone? I hear these words in the faces of our children, our women. See us portrayed as criminals, servants, low life and no life on the television. I read the statistics of our death rate, of our prison fate. My soul weeps. My eyes sometimes stare in disbelief at the damage done by the beast to black men and other men of color. Where has all the greatness gone?
wow, thank you.
You're welcome, brother.
Word Bird, they certainly gave you the right name, Word Bird, because you're the wind beneath our wings. Words have the power of life and death. Words have the power of life and death. That's true. Most of the wars and most of the fights are all caused by words, what we say. And peace is brought into the world, into our communities, into our families by what we say. So we have to watch our words because our words have the power of life and death. Our words are the wind beneath our wings. They help us to fly. They help us to heal. They help us to create. What we think and what we say is our liberation, even this day. So I want to thank all the brothers and sisters for being with us, and I want you to go and subscribe to TransAtlantic, to Tapvideo. Hit the like button. And Brother Malik Wordberg, how can people send you uh, donations? Because I know you're struggling, you write, you have a family, and a lot of people would want to help you because your words help liberate us. How can they get you? You have a cash app? Can you tell us?
Yes, I do. Well, my
Can you
cash
show
app
it?
is just my name. It's under Malik Canty at yahoo.com, and I believe that will get you in to the cash app if
Malik
possible.
Canty, spell it.
Malik Canty, MalikCanty at yahoo.com. Also, if you want to see some of my work, you get a good feel a lot of my work on hub pages, Poetic Wordberg on hub pages. You'll see a lot of my work that that's not in the books, but will soon be. You get a preview guide.
Okay. Thank you
Thank
so
you.
much.
Thank you, Minister Brown, for having me and allowing me to let the spirits feed. Because when I read, I feed.
Yes. Don't forget now, subscribe to Tap Video. Hit the like button so we can keep you informed and have a good day. Thank you for tuning in. Peace.
Peace.